Hello, my name is Alex Poole. I'm a trader at Free World Trading, and this is Wu, who is also a trader here and is responsible for our goji berry positions. Goji berry is one of the top 5 products for us at Free World. We've been dealing with goji for about 8 years. We trade both conventional and organic from 2 main areas in China, Ningxia region and Xinjiang. And can you tell us what the difference between those 2 regions is?
Ningxia goji berries are traditionally consumed in China, and we use that as Chinese medicine. Chinese may using that as cooking ingredients in the soup or drink for goji tea or whatever. And the main difference between Xinjiang and the Ningxia variety is the Ningxia one, the goji berries are more drier, uniform, flowing and longer. And Xinjiang ones, they're more in the round shape and they taste sweeter, more moisture. So I would say they taste more like dry fruits to the European cactus.
Okay, and I think the main areas that we sell into are Germany and France and the UK and Holland as well.
Yes.
So our goji berries have to be EU compliant. And how do we do any tests for this?
Yeah, we test our goji berries basically in China before shipment. So we have like UFIN or SAGS Chinese certificate. And once the goji container landed, we also test that at SGS Berlin. So we can provide the EU pesticide report as well as the SO2 free report.
Yeah, because goji berries have some inherent problems, such as stone content, over-sulfuring and over-application of pesticides, and these can be quite problematic for European packers.
Yeah. And I've also heard there is a huge price range in the goji berries. So I think the many, depending on the size of the goji berries, the count, for example, 280 and 350. Also on the pesticide and also 2 levels. Our Free World only supply the good premium quality of goji berries, which we call it Super Select.
Super Select.
Yes.
So what you're saying at the moment are the Ningxia variety goji berries. They are much more uniform in size. This is a 350 count. They're much longer. They are, I'm not sure if you can tell by this, but they are much drier and much more free-flowing. And then this compared to the Dalian variety, the Xinjiang variety, which is, as U was saying, is sweeter, but is much rounder. And there's a greater variation in sizing from these very small ones to these larger ones here. And this can look bad in a pack. So packers, straight retail packers, often will buy Ningxia instead of the Xinjiang variety. But Xinjiang variety is generally cheaper and is quite adequate for use in mueslis or where you're blending it with other ingredients. So we're going to talk about what the price of goji berry is like at the moment and how we see prices developing when the new crop starts to come through. So at the moment, I believe the goji berry price is quite high, particularly when I think about prices that happened in February. Why is that?
What I've noticed is since May, there's a significant shortage of goji berries in Europe. So this will be the main reason who drives the price really high. And there's not much supply or availability of current crop goji berries in China.
Okay.
And
it's all sold out.
It's all sold out. And from the supply side, Chinese only buys the very first picking of goji berries. So there's
the new crop.
Of the new crop. So the good raw material, there's not much good material of goji berries available for prompt shipment.
Okay. So are the Chinese buying the first picking now? Has the first picking happened?
Yeah, the first packing happened actually 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So all I've heard is Chinese pays whatever the price is available.
Okay.
Yeah,
So prices are still very high
the market is very firm.
because Chinese domestic demand is paying whatever prices
Yes,
they need for the first picking.
yes.
Okay. So the new crop is out, but when will European buyers be able to get their shipments and get their arrivals?
The first available shipment will be mid-August, shipped from China. So I would think delivery in late September.
Late September arrival. And do you think when that starts to arrive, or when Chinese shippers are offering goji for mid-August shipment, do you think prices will be lower than the current indications are, or because what I feel is there's a pent-up demand in Europe, and usually when this happens, almost like the Chinese, they pay whatever price they need to keep the packs on the shelf. Have people made contracts at high prices, or is everybody waiting for demand to come down?
What I've noticed is some of the customers are covered until end September. So there may be a gap between end September and October. There's probably not much stock around in whole Europe due to the high price level. But I think the price will ease a bit for probably late September or October shipment.
Okay, late
Yeah.
September. Okay,
Yeah.
when the flurry of demand in China and then possibly in EU has subsided somewhat.
Yes, or people who rather than wait and they don't willing to pay the high price.
Okay, okay. Do you have any idea whether the new crop goji crop size is any bigger or smaller than last year?
There's no exact information available at the moment because the picking is continuously and it will last another 2 or 3 weeks. So I think we should have more accurate information in 2 or 3 weeks' time.
Okay, all right. So goji berries at the moment are really very expensive because of a shortage of the current crop. The new crop has already started to be picked and sold almost entirely domestically into China, and this strong demand is keeping prices firm. And if I understand you rightly, then we might see cheaper prices in September, October time when Chinese demand starts to subside. But until then, buy hand to mouth and make sure you're buying in spec European goji berry. Thank you.